Yo, chat. What's good? How we feeling? I'm late. I know. It's okay. It looks pretty funny. Camera is worse. I know, because that's my phone. What do you want from me? Now, let's get to some feedbacking. Discontent, did you send it in like just now or before? Because I don't know if I have the order right. Boom, boom. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, let me just start. Fuck it. Room tour. Hell no. I gotta hide my room from you guys now. This is sick. The fuck is this breakdown? What? This is insane. That's crazy. I mean, on a creative level, it's insane, for sure. Mixed level, that's where I can help. Mostly just EQ, tonal stuff. You just have a lot of like mud and low mids and stuff like here. There's a lot of stuff that you can not cut away completely, but just bring it back a little bit. Like the mix, I think, for this track, you want it to sound a little more... If you're going for this retro future style, you need much more high end. So, oh yeah, my camera's down here. I'm used to it being up there. Yeah, it's down here now. Fucking... Like, especially this lead just needs to be brighter. That's really it, man. Like, everything else I really like. If my feedback is shit today, it's just because I'm tired, though. Just so y'all know. I had all my portfolio stuff this week, so I'm kind of dead. Hell fucking yeah. I'm gonna come back to this actually, because I know I've definitely got some other feedback. I also need to rearrange some of these tracks because they are in the wrong order. There you go. Hell yeah. FL Studio. Alright, Haze, let's go. Nice. Is that the... Okay, I thought I was going crazy. Good intro, like all this. This is cool, but obviously we're here for... I'd say definitely get like an extra snare layer on top that's a bit brighter. Feels like, again, here the EQing is weird. Also, I feel like you could just make the main sound wider. I like, this is something that I actually personally struggle with, where it's like, do you keep things like in the middle because it will give more like contrast in the mix, or do you just make everything wide and just say fuck it? In this case, I think you can just go way wide here. Like you can, maybe not way wide with the main sound, but definitely wider, because it feels weird for this type of sound to be so mono. So it's to just stereo image it a bit more. Yeah, definitely get like a brighter snare layer, because the snare itself is good. You're getting a lot of tone out of it, but you could even just try EQing it, just bring the top up, because it feels like it's not competing. Make the, like, add a little more distortion and like just make the vocal layery things much fatter. Like, actually, that's not even a vocal layer, that's just a lead. Yeah, distort it more. That's pretty much it, yeah. Moving on, Retro Future, Prims. Okay. Okay, I was waiting for a drop. Give me 2 seconds to send the link. Submit. Bam. Oh my god. That's not what I was looking for. I want the link. Give me a link. Okay. Bum. Bum. Boom. Pin it. Stream is so scuffed today. The vibe is there, but there's nothing about it that's like speaking out to me where I'm like, oh, this is your sound. Like, this just sounds like you picked out you found like a cool chord progression, got like a preset, and you're like, okay. And, like, yes, some drum samples, but like nothing about this is like new or refreshing. So I'd say find something that's not in the retro future genre and bring it in, because it doesn't have to be specifically like your signature amazing sound, but just try and do something that's like, I like this other type of sound, let me just do something that doesn't really fit in retro future and see if I can make it work. Definitely make like a drop though for it, because you may find that like you can leave the breaks generic and you can have a really cool drop and that works. That's fine. I'm just a perfectionist. Alrighty, Curly Buff's ID. Mixing, but sick. That actually sounds dope. I will say as well, the flow is a little confusing, but the sounds in there are perfect. Like this part here. That brrr, and then immediately going into like a womp thing feels weird. Here as well. It's a bit confusing. The mix as well just feels like there's too much, especially in the low end, there's just way too much width. Like your sound is just boonk, squared. So bring this stuff on the bottom end much tighter stereo wise, and it'll just make the whole thing way cleaner. And it'll make the flow better actually, because it'll feel less laggy. Matrix Dancing. I think I saw there's 2 from Nick Bin. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna remove this one then, because remixes are tough on YouTube. Okay.
This is a wish that I have that I want to keep inside. But all my friends tell me that I have a strange side. I don't know where to go, don't know how to show that I am better than all of them.
Did you sing this?
So take a step back, wonder how to slack. Let's give them all a show.
Tune your voice, my dude. This is cool. Okay. Ooh.
But they don't care, they don't like me.
Stream's lagging. Check the VOD, because I don't know if it's the stream is lagging from your end or my end, because on my end it looks fine.
I guess I can try to do it again and see if it goes well this time. So let's just hope that everyone is kind. I need to find a way to survive.
And then that's mostly copied. Cool. I don't even know what genre this counts as. I think dance and EDM is the only way you can describe it, because it's kind of just like cool dance stuff. For me, mostly it's like elements of songwriting that just you got to work on. So like some of the progressions and melody stuff is like, I just think you need to work on it more, and like refine it. On like, other than that stuff though, the voice is okay. I'm not gonna tell you that you're like an amazing singer, because yeah, unfortunately you're not, but I see where you're going with it. I'd say if you don't have like a auto tune or something like that, you can pick up the Melda pitch plugin. It's like free. All of their plugins are, almost all of their plugins are free, I think, and they're really great. Just to get a little bit of stuff that's like get your voice a bit more in key, because there are definitely some points where it's rough. Take advantage of the talkbox stuff. Feels like the drum samples are just not really correct in some spots. Like this kick especially. Like it just doesn't have like the enough punch. It's very thumpy kick, so it's not really going through the mix. Also, it doesn't sound like anything sidechained, so your kick is struggling even more. This part's cool though. The other thing I can recommend is like also arrangement wise, like just have the track change a bit or change in energy, because it kind of stays the same, which to be fair actually maybe for this genre works, but I find it gets a bit fatiguing if you're listening to the same sounds for too long. So you do want to break it up a bit with at least like 15 seconds or something of something different. Alrighty, next one, Wakus, is about to blow our brains again. How do you create house music? If you figure it out, tell me. I'm still learning. I still don't know how it works. Okay. Classic Walkus white noise. Damn. This piano sounds so nice. Whoa. The bass is so wide. Damn, that's insane. What? This part, by the way, is perfection in this. Like, I kind of love how quiet the piano is. Like, my brain wants it to be louder, but the fact that it's quiet just kind of adds to this, like, vibe that you're going for. I'd love to hear more, like, some, like, live recordings or some Atmos. And by Atmo, I mean, like, real-world Atmo. Like, you know, like of a subway or like someone sitting outside at a cafe, like that type of Atmo. I think just like a little bit in the background could really sell the whole section even more. This part's cool as well. The drop, I like the idea. It's really experimental and cool. I just think in some parts or some of the elements, it's really just the bass. Like the bass is taking up so much space, and it's so that I feel like it's stealing a bit the groove. I'd also see, like, because it might just be that if you make it not so stereo and let your other elements really do all the moving around, that it'll sound much more dancey. I think also see if you can find a kick with a bit more punch to it, because I think it'll create some more drive. Because right now the transient is very soft, but the tail is also really soft of the bass. So you know, I feel like you need a little more punch to keep things moving. Overall, really, really cool. Man, I love listening to your stuff because I know I'm going to hear something completely different every time. Next, Nick Bin. I'm going to put this at the end, and then we'll come back to it. Nare Musik. Not done yet. By the way, guys, don't worry about it not being done yet. Like, not done yet just means, like, I have stuff to give you feedback on and you can actually use it. So. Time for future bounce. Where's my pen? very cool. I think the vibe is good. Kind of reminds me of Dozens music. The mix overall is a bit too thin, so it's like a lot of high end but not quite enough like mids and bass. Like the sub is kind of missing. If I boost it, no, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Like just boosting the sub by a few dB and giving it a little bit more mids, it just makes the whole thing feel a bit more like substantial and solid, and there's like, to me, much more power. Not sure if you even need the drop claps, to be honest. I'd say get your lead a bit more like a stereo layer, because right now it feels like you have the chords out here and then the lead is here. For some reason I'm getting a lot of stereo information or stereo feedback today. Don't know why. Yeah, I wrote down something else and I forgot. Oh, the flow as well. Yeah, the flow is good, but sometimes it's a bit confusing. So it seems maybe if there's like a couple of notes you can either like shorten to make the give the groove a bit more space, or like just remove so that you have something a bit cleaner. It's cool though. It's definitely cool. Alvin Mo Memuri. Fuker bounce. Okay, let's go. Nice. Why does that work so well? Damn, okay. Complex melody. Yeah, this is like missing a vocal. I can be your vocal. We'll just talk over the track. And this is why you should use a parallel limiter. Damn. Winning my heart, truly. fucking great, man. I love this. Like, I didn't actually like the melody over here. I was like, I don't know, this isn't so hot. But then when you bring it in with everything, it sounds really nice. I will say, like, I don't want to shit on the melody at all because I love that it's such a departure from the normal Futurebound stuff. But I do wonder if you have like 2 tracks worth of melody in one song. It does work though. Like every single melody phrase works on its own. The question is if it's too much at once. Like it could just be way catchier if you repeated a bunch of stuff over and over again. Like I think this part here doesn't work as well for me. Like the stuff that comes here. That really works for me because it feels, I don't know, somehow storied. Like it fits with the track title well, this memory idea of like, you know, it's going on a cool journey. I will say like here, this section could use a little bit of extra groove. Then here, I think take the vocals you have in the background and just like shaper box them so it's like give it just a little bit of extra thing. It doesn't even have, you don't even have to get rid of the sustained version of these vocals. I would say just add like an extra layer that has a little more percussiveness to it and is like, you know, really like distorted and kind of, maybe not really, but significantly distorted and has like then these like this LFO running over it to give more reinforcement to the groove. I also wonder if maybe you could get a better reverb. Like this reverb sounds okay, but I think there's an even better like reverb plugin that might take this from being like good to like hell yeah. I personally like Realm. I did it. It's just really quiet. I'm like that. Okay, gotcha. Hell yeah, man. This is just cool. Like, man, I feel bad when I can't give any feedback to stuff that's like concrete. But what can I do if you're too good? Let's try giving feedback to this again. Yeah, definitely what I was saying before about the EQ needs to happen. This is like way too dark, considering how like cool the sound is. Maybe also change the kick. Something a bit softer. This one has this like this sound to it that I'm not a super big fan of. I think it's taking up a lot of brain space. The track may just not work and sound horrible without it, but that's just my thought. The other thing I can definitely recommend that you could do is like have extra snare layers that are alternating, because the snare has a lot of room to, I don't know, for some reason I feel like the snare could just be more interesting. And by interesting I mean like if you have like 4 snares in a row, like every second one or every third one you should swap the like extra layer you have on there, or add a new layer, or somehow automate it so that each snare is like kind of different. You can obviously go sort of infinitely with that. That's like all of Disclosure's music is like, how can I make every single bite of music slightly different and slightly variant? And this motherfucker will do like the craziest automation clips you've ever seen to all of his drums, and like everyone is like hand placed and shifted slightly off. It's insane. Next up, Inside of Me Nils. sounds really suspect.
Wonder if you regret it all. Every word you say brought me miles away. You told me lies and I took them all. Like a sweet mistake, now I'm lost in space. How can I escape? I've been hiding from you, ran away from the truth. Drowning in your blame. I don't know what to do when I'm tripping on you. How can I escape? I've been hiding from you, ran away from the truth. Drowning in your blame. I don't know what to do when I'm tripping on you. How can I escape? I've been hiding from you, ran away from the truth. Drowning in your blame. I don't know what to do when I'm tripping on you. In your blame. I don't know what to do when I'm tripping on you. Cheat, I can take the pain. I wonder if you regret it all. Every word you say brought me miles away. You told me lies and I took them all. Like a sweet mistake, now I'm lost in space. How can I escape? I've been hiding from you, ran away from the truth. Drowning in your. I've been hiding from you, ran away from the truth. Drowning in your blame. I don't know what to do when I'm tripping on you. Cheat, I can take the pain.
Cool. Okay. I got a bunch of small things. Firstly, I feel like the track just doesn't have an identity to it. Like, if you remove the vocal from this equation, there's just like not that much going on. So I would say actually make your production more complicated. Most of the time, the feedback I give is always just like more, but less. And that's the feedback I get a lot as well. It's like less is more. But in this case, there's just like not enough to go off of here. There's like this like ARP thing. There's some stabs, and there's like these chords, and that's about it. And it's missing some sort of way to place it as like, this is that track. So I'd say either experiment more with the sound design or make the songwriting and like the arrangement and transitions and like effects and stuff in the background way better. I also think your drums are kind of underwhelming. Like the kick feels like it should be tighter. You may be able to use the same kick. You might also just want to see if you can replace it. But the kick just feels like it's a little too long. It's like dum dum dum, and it should be like tight. I also am not a big fan of these stabs. They're just like don't. So on a songwriting level, they don't have too much going on, and from a sound perspective, they're pretty stagnant. So for sure, try making them like longer or like sustained, because there's like no release to them. They're kind of like don't, but they're not quite cool enough to add like power and stuff. But they're also not adding like emotion with the extra like long release playing over the other sounds. Vocal needs to be repositioned. Pre-drop fill is cool, is it? Yeah. I was gonna say something else as well. The build. You don't need it. You don't need the snare build. At this point, it's like old-fashioned to have a snare build. For some genres, it's like a must, but like for deep house, it's very much not. Yeah, everything is going much more minimalist, and in general, I think if you're adding a snare build where it doesn't need to be, it's just like weak songwriting. And I'm saying this where I struggle with this problem as well, where I'm like, oh, my song is just not good enough, and that's why I'm adding a snare build, because I'm like trying to use these, like, you know, this wrong tool to build up anticipation, when it's like, why isn't the listener excited and ready for the drop or chorus I've planned for them by the time they get here? So I'd say also for this track, you don't even need the snare at all, because the vocal's already doing so much of the work to bring you along the journey. So yeah, you can just delete it. I think that's it. Let's see. Another Nick Bin one. At this point, I'll go for all the extra ones that I haven't picked up, because we definitely got more time. Let's see if there are any new ones. Alright, let me add this and this. This is the other Nick Bin one. And then I know there was a... Yeah. Alright. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, Nick Bin, let's hear this. No Mercy. Oh. Cool. I actually like that. Baby bass. It's a bit too fluffy and distorted though. It sounds like it's just an octave too low. I think Nick Ben, you're struggling a lot with the songwriting, because like this, the progression feels like it's making not that much sense. Like there's just it's just confusing. Like it's hard to pin down like what emotion you're going for, what I'm supposed to feel, other than like there are sounds. It kind of sounds like video game music, but it's not quite developed yet. Like it's definitely going in that direction, which is a cool thing to do. But yeah, my main feedback is the songwriting. I would see if you can trim the ideas down and make the progressions make more sense. Because if the progressions don't make sense, the melodies are also, like, even if they're good, they're going to feel weird because they're harmonizing in weird, awkward ways. I mean, weird and awkward, I don't mean bad. It's just, like, confusing because they're going in multiple directions at the same time, and you're not, like, okay, this is a track that's supposed to make you feel sad or excited, or like really like emotional, or like in love, or like, you know, these are all like states you can put people in with the music, and this feels like it's just I'm in a state of confusion. In the House of Song and Light. Wait, let me do an Alvin track, and then we'll do this one, and then we'll do that one. Let's go. hell yeah. My feedback is I can't remember the break at all. The drop is excellent, but I cannot remember what was happening here. Yeah, this is super forgettable. Like, it's fine. You can do this, but I don't know. I cannot remember it. Build is cool. The collab I would change a little bit. Like, it's missing some dimension. It's missing some life to it. It just sounds very, it's doing like the, oh, we needed a clap here and we put a clap instead of like, whoa, that's a cool clap. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like you can add an extra layer to it and get like a weird layer. I would try something that's like more organic, and by organic I mean something that's not a clap that you can layer under it that will give it some like texture. My stream's so unpopular today. I like this face cam better. I do, except for the fact that it's my phone, so it feels weird, and also I can't see like a quarter of my screen. But it works for now. I will eventually fix my webcam or get a new one. We'll see. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I think change the break for sure, or like modify it and give it like more life, give it something more memorable. In the House of Stone and Light. Okay.
I shall not cry for the blood I leave behind when I go in the house of stone and light.
Alright, last tracks I'm adding here. This is fine, but there's nothing for me to give feedback on. Like, yeah, it's a cool idea. I would definitely work on the vocal mixing a lot because it feels like it's going to struggle as soon as you add more elements to it. So it's like, you know, making it brighter, some compression, stuff like that. If you're gonna go in the dance direction, if you're gonna leave it with this type of vibe, then that's fine. Speed ran this for 2 hours because I feel like it's pretty good already. Let's see. I mean, this is already released, so we're just doing a fucking React streamer moment, but whatever. If I have to give feedback, it's like the A section doesn't feel like it ever hits for long enough, which maybe is a good thing, but personally I would have preferred it if we had it for like double as long, because that's like 2 bars. It'd be nice if it was like 4 bars so you can really get into it, and then you can have also, you know, like it builds up much more anticipation for a much more intense switch up. Because as it is, it feels like the switch up is like, oh, well, we kind of shortchanged the energy here because we've switched too fast. We haven't let the first section build up excitement enough. But it is really cool. It very much fits the vibe. fact that that sound is in the middle and not like wide out bothers me though. Big vibes. I hope it goes well with the contest. I have no faith in cymatics to have any taste, but you know, we can hope. Mr. Mills, Sam Noten Master. Okay.
You hit me like a hurricane.
It's so bright. I hate it.
We made a perfect storm. I never like to play it safe.
Oh no, not this riser. Okay, interesting. Let me play the rest of the track.
I watch us as we fall apart. And then
Paul, you're kind of right. It is 2015 Spinnin' Records beat. The vocals are really great.
something that dries up my heart. Hard to show the blue.
This section is nice. I like this.
And maybe we're better off. But I don't wanna let it go.
Filter these kicks, please. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like they're just way too much. I gotta try something. That sounds so much better to me. Bro, what is this? Why is this mastered if there's like no sub bass in it? What I'm doing with that sound, by the way, is I'm literally taking everything below 1000 hertz and I'm boosting it by 5 dB, 6 dB even, and it sounds vastly better to me. All right, I can pretty much get feedback from here. On the track, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think they put reverb on the master. I think it's just very wet track, which for the style makes sense. It's just feedback. There's too little sub, my dudes. Whoever mastered this for you. Has I don't know who Sam Noten is, but he is adding way too little sub bass, I think, to your track, or like taking too much out or something. I also think the kick should be much harder. There's a lot of things about this that I just feel like it's not powerful enough. We're missing the power. My note here that I wrote down is like it's just not enough impact. You come from this build and there's just not enough. It should be like dun, dun, and instead we're getting like dun, 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 dun. Like it's kind of like, okay, like this is cool, but it's not enough power to make you move at all. So oh, I forgot. Even with the boost of the sub, it wasn't enough, and this is what it sounds like without. Yeah, the other thing is, like, if I'm boosting at like 1,000 hertz and there's like it sounds better, it usually means that like you're cutting out too many of the lower frequencies from your sounds, which is gonna have. This is what's gonna happen when you cut stuff from the low frequencies. It is going to sound cleaner because you have less muddy, stuff, but you're trading it for a lot of like that like warm sound that sometimes you really need. You don't want to be cutting at like 300, 400, 500 hertz on your sounds unless it's not a harmonic range that your sound is like actually participating in at all. Like if you have a pluck that starts, at 700 hertz, it's fine. You can cut everything below that if you want to make sure that it's like clean, but don't take like a regular synth sound and just cut it at 500 hertz because it's not going to sound as good. Or don't like gut it from there unless you're making space for a specific reason in other places in the mix. See, chat. This goes hard in a certain way. It kind of does. Like, I think this could be a really, really cool track. It's just missing the production of like the kick and the low end to really work, which unfortunately is like the most essential part of this style, because it needs to just hit. It needs to make you move without the melody, and then you add the melody on top and it gives this nice emotion to it. Drift Around. Let's see. Simple funk house track I made without thinking about mixing. That's fine. Okay. Okay. I like where you're going with this. I just feel like the sound design needs a bit more character. I've said that a bunch of times today, but for this it's like particularly obvious. You have a good foundation. The melody could be fresher, but it's funk, so I mean, yeah, at some point you really run out of like good melodies quickly. Yeah, you sorry, not at some point, but like quickly you run out of like decent funk melodies and flows that aren't in like 70 tracks. It's like hard to find. So I would say, yeah, try and see if you can add some freshening of the sound to give it some more character. But I mean, the production is not bad. Like the mixing isn't even that bad. It's just kind of just the bass is like a little bit muddy, which isn't a problem now. But as soon as you go to like make the like compress the track, it'll be a problem. Yeah. See, I'll check one last time to see if there's other submissions. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm so tired. Oh, there's one more. One more Alvin track. We can do this. Dreaming on You. I'm gonna skip the extended and we're just gonna go. Kick on the snare. Mystical Future Bounce. Nice transition. Nice. This is a really cool break. I like this. Yeah. Please change this vocal though for the section. It sounds so weird. It just sounds so awkward in there. It's a great track. Great Future Bounce track. Change the vocal. I missed my trash can. But please change the vocal. It will be such a disservice if this vocal is what's on the track. The mixing is like 90% there. I think you just have some like muddiness with your basses, or maybe it's your chords, that's just making the leads feel very fuzzy. Like there's just a bit of missing clarity. May even just be in the leads. We just need to bring back the 200, 500 hertz stuff just a little bit, just to make sure we're maintaining some balance. But overall, very cool. I love this. That sounds so juicy. Alrighty, chat. I am incredibly tired. I am going to go to bed now, actually. So, yeah, kind of a slower feedback stream today, but hope you guys still enjoyed it, and I will, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.